This is it. Took out the words that shouldn't be there, left everything out, just removed those certain words. We'll see how it runs this time. This is part two of the experiment. Anyway, check it out. Okay then. Well, I'm not chicken. I'm going to try and see just what this little bot can do. Erlumen and I spoke about the bot in an email. He's actually told me quite a bit that I was not even aware of. And thank you, Heirloom. So I'm going to see what it can do. I know my 90 days are gone; they're through. So let's tell some truth and see what happens. Okay. Um, I watched a video earlier today. It was talking about how there are still people not wanting to get that, and they don't want to get it because they're scared of it. Why are they scared of it? Well, if something happens to you and it is a direct cause, you're not allowed to sue the pharmaceutical company for damages because you use their product. I'm not sure, but if someone could find a few more companies that are, exempt from having to pay damages when their product harms someone, McDonald's and their coffee, yeah. So, and the Food and Drug Administration has not approved this. Are you kidding me? I mean, and they want to act like it's some kind of conspiracy theory, like the shooting at Sandy Hook and how all the people went crazy and started seeing the same guy in the same area, but he was wearing different clothes, and then you saw the circle from above of the running around into back into the building of the kid, and it got crazy. What about 9/11? I mean, come on. How many videos are out there on that one topic? Then you have the impossibilities, like, I don't know, some rollback pulls up and throws a titanium engine off, or kicks some, drives another block and kicks some landing gear off of the rollback so it can surely be found. That doesn't make any sense to me because before anything happened, wouldn't somebody be going, why is there an airplane landing gear sitting out here on the sidewalk? What is this? No one asked about, the crap that supposedly was just set out as a gotcha moment or something. I mean, for real. And then look at Obama. Okay, here's the thing. We had proof, and this is what kills me. We've got actual people took the birth certificate from President Barack Hussein Obama. Come on. The probability of one of America's, well, both of America's enemies, but with a name exactly like one and sounding like the other, like, Saddam Hussein or Osama bin Laden. So who was this Obama? Ben who? What was his dad's last name? Because it would be son of. Anyway, so everyone that looked at the birth certificate was able to show you where it had been altered. They were able to show you the mistakes. Trump came out. He was dead on it until somebody told him to shut up. Now it's like it didn't matter, even though the proof was there. And well, the proof is in the pudding. Well, there's been a whole lot of pudding around, and nothing's being done. Just that birth certificate thing. That was just off the chain crazy. I mean, we hadn't even got into it. I mean, we go back to the 1700s to the protocols of the learned elders. Everything in there has come true. Look at the Communist Manifesto by Karl Marx. It's in there. It's basically in there. I mean, the chances of some dude, I mean, he's riding around, gets struck by lightning, and the local sheriff finds the papers in his coat, and yeah, it sounds all crazy and conspiratorial or heaven sent. Take your pick. In Revelation, the Jews who claim that they're Jews but are not, they are the synagogue of Satan. You know that part. Now that we've seen that, what else were we talking about before we hit the 1700s? Oh yeah. Pudding proof. So everybody freaks out about 2012. Okay, we got that one. It came and went, and then 2016 came. That's the Trump era. The Trump era. All right. Now, everything kind of went weird around 2016. Not only did Donald Trump win the presidency was selected to be the president of the United States of America, and just like one of our past presidents stated, presidents are selected, not elected. Okay, Roosevelt? Anyway, let's get to Trump. Now, we have a complete, detailed, videotaped, and signed affidavit, signed the confessions, all this, that the election had some irregularities in it. Well, no kidding. I mean, they talked about mail-in ballots that weren't folded. How do you mail one of those ballots without folding it? That's right, it can't be done. So, during this smoke screen, we haven't gotten to a smoke screen, have we? We need one. We need a smoke screen because we have way too much video evidence being shown. So we can't agree with this or we're going to be in trouble. So let's create a smoke screen. Well, in November 2019, was purchased from UNC's lab, and it was taken. Now, the smoke screen was lit. As it started to fill the world with smoke, well, you see, we just had more on our plate to deal with than some election of a president. I mean, there's much more important things. We've got that seems to cure everything. Did you notice the lack of flu victims this year? Heart disease victims this year? It even cured positive and found out because, well, that's probably why they committed suicide. Didn't have nothing to do with losing the job because of the stupid, irrational behavior that was happening everywhere, and for the most part is dying down, but still is crazy in some spots. Well, they're talking about this variant coming out of. Now, this is in the middle of this. In case y'all aren't aware, the V you keep hearing about is about has RNA. What? Wait a minute. We're going to have to do some research on this RNA. and how it interacts with your DNA. And just what does the RNA do to the DNA? Is there any chance that getting a could change my DNA? Is there any proof of that? If I get and I have adverse reactions, no! Am I allowed to sue the pharmaceutical company? As I stated earlier, no, you're not. You just have to deal with it or die with it. Nobody cares. You're going to do exactly what they tell you to do, what the screen tells you to do. This is mass madness. You're all lunatics. You notice what's going on in San Francisco? The San Francisco snatch and grabs? It's going on in broad daylight. I said it for a while. I don't know why it took a year for people to figure this out. But when you have a mask and a hoodie on and you walk into a store and it's the person without a mask on covering their face that gets turned away, but let's bring in the guy we have no idea who he is. And he grabs a television and walks out. Run? Oh, no. He walked out of the store. Nobody stopped him. People, sir. That was the extent. When interviewed, the woman says we're not allowed to stop him. What? Man, is this not crazy? And why hasn't the Food and Drug Administration approved this? We're supposed to be lining up in droves to get some type of... The FDA has not even approved yet? Are you insane? Who in their right mind does that? It's not been approved by the FDA, and they will approve things that have more side effect talking on the commercial than talking about the drug. You can have side effect death, and that's a stamp, FDA approved, but it's not FDA approved. And then you got Biden out there. What did I say? I said Kamala, the moon goddess, will be the first female African American not president. She's a mongrel. She's black, Indian. And not the woo Indian either. That's the good kind. No. Well, I'm over here. That's why they're the good kind. My ancestors killed their ancestors, and I feel bad about it. So they're the good kind. I'm talking about the other country. You see, if you have loyalties to another country, then how can I trust you to be my president? Speaking of other countries and loyalty, how can you have dual citizenship? How can some Jew come over here, an Israeli, yet become an American and an Israeli? I can't become a Russian and an American. So what's up with that? How come the UN keeps asking, or, they send out these questions to Israel about examining their nuclear sites and think, no, you can't. Why do you keep getting turned down? Well, is this just some magic line we're not allowed to cross? I guess it is, because Voltaire said, if you want to discover who controls you, find out who you cannot criticize. Straight from Voltaire. Take it as you will. I think I've done pretty much enough damage. So if this one doesn't do it, I'll come out with one that probably will. So y'all have fun, and maybe some people will see this before it goes. If this one stays, then there's a different algorithm kicking into place. You know who it is. Forewarned. It was long ago.